Today is June 12th. Welcome on in to Daily Cards Live, presented each and every day by Royal Banks, Missouri and Munganess St. Louis Acura. I am Joe Roderick, joined alongside by the traveling Bob Ramsey, who's taking the show outdoors today. Hello, Rammer.
Hey, on the campus of the University of Arkansas this afternoon, and it's good to be with you.
Woo pig.
Suey.
Rammer, Cardinals and Giants get started for a three-game series today. Two teams. I don't think either one is happy with the direction that their season is going so far, but the Cardinals would be very, very happy to have the record that the Giants do at this point in the year.
Yeah, I don't know what the Giants think. I don't believe anybody thought they were going to contend for postseason this year. They kind of they're trying to piece things together, but everybody wants to win. Nobody's happy with losing. I think the Cardinals are one of, probably four total National League teams that are seriously disappointed in where they are here in the middle of June.
Yeah, they will go tonight with Matthew Liberatore on the mound as he faces Logan Webb, a 6:45 start time in that one. Jack Flaherty, Alex Cobb is your game two matchup, which we'll talk more about tomorrow. And then Wednesday afternoon, it's Anthony DeScalfani against Jordan Montgomery. So the Cardinals have their rotation planned for the three games this week, and but the bullpen is what's going to be in a little bit of disarray as the week goes on. It was reported earlier today, or announced earlier today by the Cardinals, that they will be that they are putting Ryan Helsley on the 15-day injured list, retroactive to June 10th, with a right forearm strain. Jake Woodford, he has been recalled from Memphis, so Jake Woodford joins the Cardinals for the series tonight and the foreseeable future. We talked about this on Friday with Jake Woodford being activated and then immediately sent down to Memphis. I think the plan was to stretch him out. I don't know what their plan is for Jake Woodford now that they call him up to replace Ryan Helsley in the bullpen.
Well, it looks like, Gallegos becomes your regular closer until further notice. And then I think it's a battle for the setup spots. Is it Stratton? Is it Woodford? Is it Hicks? I think probably Cabrera matchups will probably dictate, and they'll do the best they can. The Helsley thing in the forearm, when you're throwing max effort, 90% of your pitches, when you really look at it, it's not a surprise.
Yeah, I'd agree with I'd agree with that. So you have Liberatore now, you have Woodford, Flaherty, Wainwright, Montgomery. You're getting crowded with starters now on this team. You're giving me a look. What's who's getting moved to the bullpen?
Well, right now, nobody yet.
Okay. Who's first in line to get moved to the bullpen?
Well, it should go by performance, but will legacy play into it?
Right.
Legacy and contracts.
Yeah.
As long as those five guys are healthy, I can't see them moving anybody. They already moved Matz out. And beyond that, unless somebody is truly a disaster, I don't see him changing anymore. Do you?
It's hard to tell at this point because with the way the season's going, does something get just completely flipped upside down at some point with the with just kind of the makeup of the roster or the makeup of what they're doing? Because now back to 12 games under 500. It's continuing to be a stressful season. The Cardinals lineup tonight will look like this, though, and it's brought to you by Bootleggin' Tavern. Rammer, I have my alumni game this coming weekend, and we're golfing on Saturday, playing baseball on Sunday, and I got Bootleggin' catering the event out there for Saturday. I know they're bringing their delicious mac and cheese. I don't know if they're bringing any pulled pork. I think that's the plan. I got to talk with Brenton about that. But Bootleggin' Tavern on Shodo, always up for catering your big events. Look them up at bootlegginbbq.com. Brendan Donovan, he leads off and plays second base. Paul Goldschmidt at first. Nolan Gorman is DHing. Nolan Arenado at third. The third base, NL third base vote leader right now, Nolan Arenado, is at third for the All-Star game. Wilson Contreras is catching, Dylan Carlson in right, Jordan Walker in left, Paul DeYoung at short, and Tommy Edman is in center field. Jeff Jones reporting earlier that Tommy Edman was taking some ground balls at short before the game. I imagine just to stay sharp, as he has not played there in quite some time now. So just to keep things fresh, just to keep things loose, and being.
I don't think so.
You think he's a center fielder now for this team?
No, I think he's taking grounders at short because he's going to start playing shortstop.
Okay. That's to stay loose. Yeah, to stay loose and to just get back in the groove of things, right?
Well, I think the young hot streak is clearly over.
Yeah.
And if he's hitting 200, actually it's below that since he's been in a slump. You got to have more offense. Not that 250 hitting Tommy Edman is a ton more, but I think that's probably where they go. And both of them are just placeholders until Wynn comes up.
I was just about to bring that up with you because earlier today on Lunch with Claibs and Joe, I asked Claibs what he thought about Mason Wynn being a Cardinal this year. And I asked you the same thing with the struggling performances of Paul DeYoung and Tommy Edman. When do you see Mason Wynn as a St. Louis Cardinal in 2023? I'm
gonna answer a question with a question. When does Mo start making deals? What date?
Man.
I mean, will he get something done the 1st of July, or will we be still wondering July 29th and 30th? Sometime. I just don't think the market is ready for big deals yet. I'm going to say sometime between July 1st and August 1st.
We will. That's I. And are you saying DeYoung is one to go then?
No. Well, out of the starting lineup.
Yeah.
It's time to, unless the team starts winning, they have to shake things up. And you're not getting any offense out of shortstop, so you've got to. It's time to turn things over. And as we get into July, where we're 1 month from now, they'll have to. We can't complain about the kids making mistakes and then at the same time be clamoring for them to play. You will get growing pains with the Walkers and the Gormans and the Wins and the Liberators and the Graceffos and the Bakers, but you can't clamor for them and not expect to see those growing pains.
We will talk about tonight's game tomorrow on Daily Cards Live. Rammer, enjoy your trip down in Arkansas, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. I was up in Iowa this past weekend, Rammer, at a baseball tournament. Drove up a 2023 Sienna from Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton, Toyota, and parents were asking questions. They wanted to know all about it and the features that it had. And I guess one of the big things, Rammer, I didn't realize this because I'm not usually in the minivan game. The Sienna has the rails that still run on the top. I guess most minivans don't have that anymore, but the 2023 Sienna has it. And that's nice. A big selling point with those. If you have a lot of stuff and you're looking to put the rack up on top, they had that. I filled up one time going up to Bettendorf, Iowa and back nice. With the, how much mileage that hybrid van got for me this weekend. Hey, he is Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. We are brought to you each and every day by Munganess St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. It's Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.